How's it going, guys? Michael here for another video on Runescape, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the most useful quests to complete on Runescape. So as you guys can see, I do have the quest cape, and I got it pretty recently, and so I've completed all these quests, and they're still fresh in my mind, you know. So I'm going to be talking about the most useful ones I have completed, and hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more content. So the first thing I'd like to talk about is for the very new, fresh players of RuneScape who have just come into the community and joined us for like one of their first few times. But the first quest to complete is probably Wolf Whistle, because once you complete that, Pickup Sticks will reward you with enough gold charms to get to level 16 summoning. 16 summoning is very big, especially if you don't really know what you're doing and if you don't know how to get charms effectively and all that. So definitely a quest to start by doing. And I'm also going to merge this with this quest because they're both pretty short. You guys probably already know what I'm talking about. And of course, that one is Druidic Ritual. So it's also a novice quest, really short. And this guy, Kegemex, I think that's how you say his name, he will give you enough XP and ingredients to get, what was it? Oh yeah, level 7 Herblore. So that's also something nice to get, you know, a free little startup pack for Herblore, level 7. And that's it for the first quests you should complete. Next quest you want to complete, this is the Fairy Tale 2 and 3. So Fairy Tale 2 is needed to get access to these fairy rings, which basically make RuneScape such a lazy game. So you get access to dozens of places where you can teleport to. So for example, let's teleport to this place. See, I'm able to go to the ancient cavern, and basically Curadel's over there, you know, for anyone does Slayer, and then I can just teleport back. And then once I'm back, I can look at my whole catalog of teleportable places where I want to go next, you know. So people also do number 3, because if you just do number 2, you'll need a Dragon Staff or a Lunar Staff to be able to roam around RuneScape. But if you do number 3, bro, you're just like in for a treat, because you don't need anything, okay, nothing. So you can just go around freely without any Dragon Staff or Lunar Staff. So that's super useful. Now, number 5. This is probably my most favorite quest, the most useful. I mean, maybe not favorite, but my the quest that has served me the most. This is definitely the Temple of Sentiston, or at Sentiston, I forget. And basically, what it gives you the access to your famous curses. So these curses are very useful for PVMing and combat just in general. It's super useful if you've got really high prayer. Oh shit, that boosted it a lot. And you know, I'll go through it vaguely. So basically, once you get access to all of them, the one that will be interesting will be Soul Split, because that heals when that's activated, you heal depending on the damage you deal. And Torment, Anguish, and Turmoil. So those are like the pieties, but like pushed to an extreme level. Whereas you get the piety effect, but you're also able to drain the opponent's combat stats and use it for your own benefit. So that's for the curse spells. I'll let you guys, you know, explore a bit more at your own pace. And this is definitely a quest you should be doing. The next quest I want to talk about is the Void Stares Back. It's a Grandmaster quest, but don't worry, it's not one of those hardcore Grandmaster quests where you gotta complete a million quests before that. It's very simple, and basically it gives you a free Elite Void Night Top. So for those who don't know what Elite Void is, or Void Armor is, it's basically this hybrid armor. It's low level, only 42, but once you wield, like, let's say the whole set, you get an extremely useful boost in accuracy when you're attacking monsters. So for example, say a boss might be hitting you more but if you tag this in with Soul Split and the and Turmoil and the other 3 curses, then you'll basically be healing back at a faster rate, and so it benefits you more than, you know, it's got more advantages than disadvantages. So this quest is definitely worth doing to get a free night stop, because it saves you a lot of time. And look, for example, to buy one you need 250 commendation points. I've got 12, and you get 2 per game. So that's like 2 every 1.5 to 2 minutes, depending on how good your world is at doing the mini game. So I'll let you do the math for like the full set and all that stuff, but this quest is definitely worth doing. Next quest I'm going to talk about, you guys probably already know, it's smoking kills, and smoking does kill, so, you know, smoke at your own risk, people. And what this quest offers is basically a new Slayer Master, so Simona, which is useful for intermediate combat level players, and it also gives you a full, you finally get rewarded full quest points. That means before, when you complete a task, you'd only get half the quest points, and now with this quest you get, when you complete a Slayer task, you get half the Slayer points, and now when you complete this quest, you'll finally get the full points. So go out there, do more Slayer once you've done this task, and you'll be able, and once you've done this quest, I'm getting mixed up like fuck. Once you've done this quest, because it'll be much easier to get them Slayer points for that Slayer helm. Next up is the Dealing with Scarabus quest. So this is a master quest, I believe, and its main reward is basically the Enchanted War Tiara, which will basically make you invincible in the desert, as you will no longer need to bring war skins, and you can stack up till 5,000 charges in your tiara. I've got like over 3,000, so that's why it's very useful to do. And basically people will use this enchant tiara when they're training in the desert, obviously, so at places like the quarry for mining, or south of Sophahem for divination, you know, so it's a very useful quest to do. And just the fact that you don't have to bring war skins anymore for anything in the desert is so, you know, it makes me so happy to think about that. Right after that, we've got the Ancient Magics quest. So that's called Desert Treasure, and it is a pretty long quest to do, but obviously, once again, it's worth your time because you get access to a new book, spell book, and basically it's useful for combat. It used to be very useful for combat. I don't know if people still use Ancient Magic spellbook. Sometimes I see people barraging at warbands, which fucking pisses me off, you know, group kill, you know, why the fuck not? And it allows you to get access to these Saren spells as well, which have been added pretty recently, and they're very useful for skilling. So other than that, you also get different teleports and whatever. So that's Desert Treasure quest. It's definitely worth your time, especially if you're going to use those Saren spells to train skills. And now let's move on. Next quest I want to talk about is obviously the Plague's End quest, which is a Grandmaster quest, and it takes a long time for people, you know, who need the skill level requirements and the quest requirements to finish it. But it's worth it because you unlock a new place for high level skilling and combat. I'll let you guys explore this place at your own pace, you know. I'm not going to force anything right now. And definitely worth doing. I myself, this is how I got my 99 mining. I would probably still not have it if I was doing LRC. But that's for Plague's End quest. Right after that, you got the Light Within quest, which is a super useful quest as you get access to your Saren curses and spells. So these are very useful for skilling most of the time. So you got Superheat Form, which can be used for smithing while mining at the same time, for example, on LRC. And then you've also got the spell Crystallize, which is the most useful spell for skilling. So the Light Within is a Grandmaster quest, the last quest for the Elven storyline. It is it does have a lot of requirements, and it's probably one of the last quests you'll be doing. So that's why I put it at the last as well. And finally, last but not least, you got the World Wakes quest. I'm not sure if I should put the light with an after, if that's a prerequisite or I forgot. But this quest is very useful as well, especially for PVMing, because, well, firstly you get this 6th Age circuit ring, so it gives you some pretty decent stats for, boosts in combat, and it also allows you to teleport to the Gothic Shrine in the World Gate, so that's very useful. But you get a bunch of abilities which you can use. So you get Natural Instinct, you get Sunshine for magic, you get Balanced Strike for melee, so definitely worth your time and getting those abilities. For example, when I go to Zamorak now at Gar's dungeon and use Sunshine, he basically never ever hits me with this special ability and just allows me to camp the whole hour without worrying about my prayer, because I do use a lot of prayer with Soul Split, and his special attacks do drain them a hell lot. So that's for the World Wakes. Anyways, I hope you guys really enjoy this guide, or it's not much of a guide, it's more like, a thing to look out, quests to look out for and to do. I put a lot of time and effort doing it, so make sure you smash that like button and don't forget to comment and subscribe for more content. I'll be seeing you guys at Bonus XP weekend. Add me. My name is Mr. Couture, same as my YouTube channel's name, and I hope to see you guys later.